Welcome to Bite at a Time Books, Behind the Story, where we answer the questions you have about your favorite classic authors. What inspired your favorite author to write their novels? What was going on in the world at the time? Follow along with us as we tell you what was happening in the world while your favorite authors wrote your favorite classics. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you enjoy our show, be sure to follow us so you get all the new episodes. If you want to see exclusive behind the scenes of our show, join our Patreon. We would also love for you to drop us a rating on your favorite podcast platform and share our show with your friends. You can catch us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books. Our show is part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you would also like to hear a story by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Right now we are reading The Three Musketeers. Today we'll be talking about Auguste Maquet, who co-wrote The Three Musketeers. Auguste Maquet, September 13, 1813 to January 8, 1888, was a French author best known as the chief collaborator of French novelist Alexandre Dumas, Pierre, co-writing such works as The Count of Monte Cristo and The Three Musketeers. Maquet was born in Paris in 1813. He studied at the Lycée Charlemagne, where he became a professor at the age of 18. Trained as a historian, he turned to literature and became close with such literary figures as Théophile Gautier and Gérard de Nerval. Through Nerval, he became acquainted with the already famous Dumas in 1838. Gérard de Nerval introduced Maquet to Dumas and asked the famous author to rewrite a play of Maquet's and publish it under his own name. Dumas was then given a manuscript by Maquet, which Dumas went on to publish under his own name as Le Chevalier de Harmentel. The two started writing historical romances together, with Maquet outlining the plot and characters in draft form and Dumas adding colorful dialogue and details. At the insistence of and upon payment by the publisher, Maquet's name was left off the title page. The collaboration with Dumas ended in 1851. Maquet had earlier sued Dumas, demanding co-authorship and royalties, but the court found in favor of Dumas on the grounds that Dumas without Maquet would have been Dumas. What would Maquet have been without Dumas? Maquet went on to produce a large solo body of work, historical romances, plays, and an opera libretto. In 1861, he became an officer of the Légion d'honneur. Maquet died comfortably well off. He is buried in Père Lachaise Cemetery in Paris. His brother Charles and Hector Maquet were the founders of the luxury stationery manufacturer Maison Maquet. Many devotees of Dumas claim that Maquet was merely a dog's body whose capacity for hard work was his greatest talent. Others, such as French Dumas expert Claude Chope, have claimed that Maquet was the real Fourth Musketeer, responsible for the plots of the D'Artagnan romances. Author Bernard Filaire says, "There is a tendency to dismiss Maquet as a drudge, and that's just wrong. Of course he wasn't a Balzac or a Dickens, but he definitely had talent." Maquet was portrayed by Belgian actor Benoît Poilievre in L'Autre Dumas, The Other Dumas, 2010. Maquet collaborated with Dumas on 18 novels and many plays, including Le Chevalier de Harmentel. Maquet's outline was called Bonhomme Bouvat. Sylvain Dyer, 1843, based on Les Mémoires de Madame la Marquise de Frasnay by Gatien de Coilitz de Sandras. La Fille du Regent, The Three Musketeers, The Count of Monte Cristo, 20 years after, La Guerre des Femmes, Queen Margot, La Chevalier de Maison Rouge, La Dame des Moncereau, Les Contes Cinq, The Bâtard du Million, Les Mémoires d'un médecin Joseph Balsamo, Le Vicomte de Bragelonne, The Queen's Necklace, The Black Tulip, Olympe de Cleves, Ange Pitot, Injuine, Behilde, and Queen Margot. Novels he wrote on his own include De La Fontaine compare comme faiblesse et escope et à Phèdre, 1832, Le Beau de Hengist, 1843, Deux Trahisons, 1844, History de la Bastille, 1844, Le Comte de Laverny, 1852, La Chute de Satan, 1854, Le Bel Gabriel, 1854 to 1855, De Dis de Costeur, 1857, La Maison du Bagneur, 1857, La Rose Blanche, 1858, Les Nevers et Android, Episode de la fin du règne de Louis XIV, 1858, Les Vertes Foiles, 1862, Paris sous Louis XIV, Monuments et Vues, 1883. He also wrote some plays, Le Château de Grantier, 1852, Les Comtes de Laverny, 1854, La Belle Gabrielle, 1857, De Des de Coeur, 1859, La Maison du Bagneur, 1864, Les Hussards de Bercheny, 1865, Valeria, 1851, with Jules Lacroix, La Fronde, 1853, with Jules Lacroix and music by Louis Niedermeyer, La Chambre Rouge, 1852, with Theodore Anne, The Enfant du Regiment, 1854, with Theodore Anne. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story today, while we answered some of the questions you have about one of your favorite classic authors. If you enjoy our show, be sure to follow us so you get all the new episodes. If you want to see exclusive behind the scenes of our show, join our Patreon. We would also love for you to drop us a rating on your favorite podcast platform and share our show with your friends. You can catch us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books. Also, be sure to check us on our website, www.biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com. Our show is part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you would also like to hear a story by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Right now we are reading The Three Musketeers. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you come back next week when we answer more questions about one of your favorite classic authors.